One morning, as Reb Zusha of Hanipol awoke, he saw the silhouette of his brother, Reb Elimelech, on the wall of his room. Reb Zusha rubbed his eyes, certain that it was a momentary illusion, but when he looked again, the shadow had moved, and now it resembled Elimelech more than ever. Zusha stood up and peered at it, and this time the shadow seemed to be beckoning to him. There was no doubt about it. It resembled Elimelech in every way. Zusha caught his breath. Surely Elimelech had drawn upon his great powers to summon him. Zusha knew he must go. He leaped from his bed, dressed in a rush, and shook his driver, who was still sound asleep. When the driver awoke and he saw the look in Zusha's eyes, he asked no questions, dressed as quickly as he could, and hurried outside to get the wagon ready. So it was that Zusha left the town of Hanipol and went to the city of Lezinsk, directly to the home of Elimelech. There he saw Elimelech pacing back and forth outside his house. When Elimelech saw the wagon, he rushed over to greet Zusha. They embraced, and together they went into Elimelech's house. Elimelech was first to speak. "What took you so long?" he asked with a smile. Zusha replied, "Then it is true that you have summoned me?" "Of course," said Elimelech, "and a good thing too, for if you were not here, you would be in jail." "What do you mean?" asked Zusha, who could barely believe what he heard. "This morning when I awoke," said Elimelech, "I saw a shadow on the wall of my room, your shadow, and there were bars surrounding that shadow, and I understood that you were in great danger of being arrested and jailed, perhaps for a very long time. So I sent my shadow to tell you to come here, where you would be safe." Zusha was staggered to learn this, and he was in awe of the powers of Elimelech. "I will do whatever you tell me to do," he said. "You will simply stay here for a week. By that time, the one who accused you will have lost his credibility, and you will no longer be in danger." "But how do you know this?" asked Zusha. "Look at the clock," said Elimelech. Zusha did, and it was exactly 7 o'clock. "Now look behind you," said Elimelech, and Zusha did as he was asked, and this time he saw his own shadow cast on the wall. Elimelech said, "That is the same wall that I saw your shadow on this morning. But now there are no bars before you. From the clock, I know that we must wait 7 days. When that time has come, surely you will no longer be in danger." And so it proved to be true. Reb Zusha had been denounced by an enemy of Israel, who knew how much his loss would dishearten the Jews of Hanipol. Because of this false charge, guards were sent to arrest Zusha, but he was nowhere to be found. Then, before the week was out, the accuser was discovered to be a liar and a thief, and was himself imprisoned, and all the charges against Reb Zusha were dropped. This story comes from Gabriel's Palace, Jewish Mystical Tales, selected and retold by Howard Schwartz.